So sometimes I feel like I have to explain the reason that I do unboxing videos on this channel when I am working to empower families to wellness authentically through biblically rooted principles is that a lot of times when I am teaching, I get asked, yeah, but what does that look like in real life? What does this look like for your home? What does this look like on a day-to-day basis? And so that's one of the reasons that I share our unboxing videos with you guys. Our hauls with Young Living, with Azure Standard, with Thrive Market when we get groceries through them, and our lifestyle products through Young Living and that sort of thing. So you can see what it actually looks like. What are the products we're bringing into our home? And then I love to share with you some of the other things. That's what I'll do, like a what we eat in a week video or the clean and decorate with me, because I'm sharing with you guys what this looks like along the journey. What does that look like? And maybe those parts interest you and maybe they don't. So you watch the videos that interest you the most. Thank you for watching this one. If you are new here, my name is Amanda Willis. Thanks for watching this video, and I'm going to share with you our unboxing videos today, our Young Living orders, unboxing them for you. And by our, if you have been watching along this channel, you know I made my order and my husband's monthly wellness box order that we get. Now, if you're not familiar with Young Living Essential Oils, it is a fantastic company, and they have updated their website very recently, so that ordering is way easier than it used to be. So if you are not yet a Young Living customer, be sure you check out my description below. There is a link down there for ordering through Young Living. And if you order through my link, you get all sorts of great resources and support from me. And I would love to be able to support you. But you can now order whatever you want. And that gets you started, and you can get a discount by placing any item on subscription or by ordering 100 PV or more of anything. And so you don't have to do a bundle anymore, even though the bundles are still available in fantastic deals. But you will see that the way that we build our orders every month is that we focus on, we kind of use this triangle, and the triangle starts with nutrition on the bottom, and then ditch and switch products are next, lifestyle products, and then essential oils are just the peak. I feel like when most people think of Young Living, of course, we automatically think of essential oils. It's in the name, Young Living Essential Oils. However, the company offers so much more. Now, oils are infused in almost all of our products, but you cannot out-oil a bad diet. You cannot out-oil all of the chemicals in your home. So if you're using essential oils thinking, why am I not getting the results? But you're still using really toxic chemicals in your home. And by toxic chemicals in your home, I mean a lot of the things that you buy at the grocery store. And yes, a lot that even say made with essential oils or all natural or green, some other greenwashing labeling. There's so much of the greenwashing out there on the market that you look at a label and you think, oh, this is clean. It's not. We actually stayed in an Airbnb last weekend in Palisade, Colorado, over on the western slope. We live on the Front Range, so just over Vail Pass, almost to Utah. You keep going, and it's wine country out there. And we stayed in this beautiful Airbnb. It's brand new, renovated. It was done so well, but we walked downstairs and I was like, oh, where's the air freshener or the synthetic candles or something? And my dad pulled out, he goes, oh, here's the candle, it's right here. It's made with essential oils. And it says that on the label. And I was like, yeah, but that's not. I can tell you because it gave me a headache instantly. And a lot of people think they can't handle oils because they're using things like that or synthetic oils that can totally do that to you. So needless to say, we put the lid on them. I put it in a drawer until we left. And our stay was lovely. But let's look at some real authentic essential oils and other great products from Young Living. And I'll share a little bit about how we use them in this video. So first up, nutritionally, is Ninja Red. I feel like this deserves its own song, an ode to Ninja, something maybe one day I'll get around to writing it. If you're super creative, have you written one? Share it with me. I would love to hear it. But Ninja Red is, let's see, open this for you. Can I reach my keys? Y'all, like I said, real life, a peek inside. Unedited, oh, check it out. Okay, maybe a little edited, but not totally. I leave a lot of bloopers in because authenticity is important, right? Okay, so Ninja comes in so many different package options. You will hear anybody who's been around Young Living for a long time talk about Ninja Red, and you're like, yeah, whatever. Okay, I know, I was there. When I started with Young Living, I was like, I just want my essential oils. That's why I joined this company. One, I didn't even know all this other stuff existed. Two, I threw away my packets of Ninja Red that came in my kit when I got started years ago. And because in the starter bundles, you get 2 packets of Ninja Red to try. I looked on the back, I saw, oh, I looked at the ingredients and went, sodium benzoate, done, trash. Because I don't do sodium benzoate. That's a preservative, I don't want it. What I did not know is that Young Living only uses sodium benzoate. That is a natural, not a synthetic, just like all the other ones, like most other sodium benzoate you find in the store when it's on the label, it is synthetic. It comes from the skins of berries, y'all. So if you eat berry skins, you're eating sodium benzoate. Yeah, I didn't know that. So I assumed it was synthetic, just like every other thing on the market. At that time, I had no idea the seed to seal standard with Young Living. I had not yet been to a farm. I had not yet met any of the corporate staff. I had not met the people behind Young Living and learned the heart and the purity and the amount of testing that everything goes through and the extreme care to make sure you're getting super, super pure products as close to the form as God created them as possible. So Ninja Red, I have an entire video on it, but I think I forgot to share that about sodium benzoate in the video. I can't remember. So I'll link it in the description below for you, but also know, one, it's a small enough percentage that it does not have to be included on the bottle. Young Living puts it on there because they're transparent. Two, it's such a pure form. It's literally like you're getting the skins of the berries, but you have to have something in here to preserve the freshness or else it goes away. So this is not just a juice. You know, a lot of companies have their like special juice and you get this juice and you're like, yeah, okay, I'll do your special drink. So Ninja, it's been shook up, so you can't tell in this video, but in the one I did on Ninja, I made sure that my bottles had settled. When this settles, it is a Ninja Wolfberry puree, which is in the same family as the goji berry. The puree, so the whole fruit puree, takes up about 1/3 of the bottle when it is all settled down, and you can see that. So you always want to make sure you shake your Ninja when you get it. And then the other juices that are in here are not cheap, like grape, apple, and that's it. No, you're getting pomegranate juice, I always forget, aronia cherry, or you're getting aronia, sweet cherry, plum, blueberry, pomegranate. So fantastic other superfood juices, as well as then essential oils infused in here. You have your grapeseed extract, you have orange peel oil, yuzu oil, lemon, and tangerine oils in here as well. Fantastic whole body nutrient infusion. That's all I'm going to say about Ninja, except that you can get it in bottles, you can get it in packets, you can get it, you know, the larger packages you get drop the price per ounce down farther and farther, but we get a 2-pack about every month. I think next month we'll probably get the subscription package that includes 4 bottles and some actual packets too, because those are great for travel. Okay, moving on. I pulled 2 things out of here already. So I'm trying, okay, I want to try and stay though as much in like the Nutritionals and then the Ditch and Switch in that order as possible so you can see what I mean. And it's not always the number of products, but like the amount when I'm building my order. Okay, so we've got the Ninja Red and we have Super B. I've taken a lot of different B vitamins out there, friends. Some have been methylated, some have not. I've yet to find any that compare to Super B. These are fantastic. Of course, our essential oils are also infused with did I say our essential oils? Our supplements are also infused with essential oils so that it opens up your cells and it makes them more bioavailable. So that's one of the reasons when you take your Super B, you absorb so much more of it than you would if you took just another standard B vitamin, even if it was methylated. So we love our Super B. Well, my husband and I love to take that one. We keep moving all over the place here. There we go. Okay, next up in Nutritionals would be Inner Defense. Thankfully, I ordered 2 bottles in here. My order is still coming. This was in my husband's order. My order contains a 3rd bottle of Inner Defense because I want to make a habit of keeping at least 2 unopened bottles of Inner Defense on hand at all times, especially in the fall and winter. I would say with current supply, we're experiencing some changes in the country right now, and you aren't always able to get your hands on things as quickly as you would like to. Maybe stock up more if that's a concern for you. I will be ordering some more, but I'm glad I got 3 because we opened one and it's about 3/4 of the way gone. Okay, maybe not, maybe half of the way gone. It's about half. But my husband woke up yesterday feeling a little below the wellness line, so we started the Inner Defense. I started taking some Inner Defense proactively, and minced garlic, all the things, So, of course, that's in addition to other things we're doing. I should mention that as well. Okay, so that is nutritional supplements. Anything else in here fall in that category? This month, honestly, I ordered fewer supplements this month because we're pretty stocked on them, and I'm also building up some points. I'm just taping everything out here so you can see. I'm also building up some points because when you order on Loyalty Rewards, when you have a subscription box that comes, whatever your subscription, whatever you have on subscription each month, subscribe to save. If you're ordering at least 50 PV or more, you're earning back Loyalty Rewards points. Those points build up very quickly, and we have been part of Loyalty Rewards. It used to be called Essential Rewards. We've been part of that program now, myself for 3, almost 4 years, I think, and my husband for almost 3 years. And so we are both at 25% back in points. So everything that we order, we get 25% back of that value in points that we then get to redeem for things. So very soon I'll be showing you our points order that we'll be doing shortly, probably next week. I'll combine it with the holiday launch. So next up, order-wise, is our Ditch and Switch. And is this all I got in Ditch and Switch this month? I guess so. I guess so. Typically this one, you guys know, if you've been watching these videos, if not, I have a whole playlist of unboxing videos you can check out that you will see our supplements order and our Ditch and Switch is frequently the majority of our order. And our oils, we get oils, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times you get so many free oils. I did make a horrible error this month. So the product promotions, the gift with purchase, are at the 190, the 250, the 300, and then sometimes 400 PV levels. This month there was 400. I really wanted to make sure with my husband's order that we hit the 3. That's what we work on every month. As usually I'm doing at least a 3 on his and a 1 on mine. And sometimes those numbers vary based on the month and how many paychecks we have, etc. However, when I did this one, I mentioned we were out of town last weekend, right? And in Palisade at that Airbnb, we got home Sunday night. I was tired. I was putting the orders together and I thought I had it at 300 PV and I hit process, and it wasn't until the next morning I realized I processed it at 275. So we're missing one of the free supplements I was really hoping for, which is ImmuPro, and it's fantastic, and you want that in your wellness arsenal. I'm very sad we missed it, but it's okay. misting spray. The misting spray, I went ahead and opened this. The aroma on this is fantastic. If you're like, what's the misting spray for? This is by Savvy Minerals, one of our lines for makeup and skincare. So I use this with my mineral foundation and my mineral makeup. So I use it for eyeliner. When I want to get a deeper line, I'll use it on my eyeshadow when I want to do, oh, I forgot what that method's called. There's a method of applying your eyeshadow using the misting spray, and that's called something, and I can't think of what it is. If you know the name of it, put it in the comments below for me. But it's fantastic. I ran out last week, and I had been using Lavaderm because that is, a lot of people will use Lavaderm as their like in between, or before there was a misting spray, that's what people used. And I gotta say, it does not do the same. I went through so much more makeup trying to get the same coverage last week with a Lavaderm. Misting spray is like, there's a reason they created it. And hint, this has oils like rose in it, and let's see, there's vanilla, black spruce, geranium, bergamot, copaiba, so many good oils. But you don't want to take your brush and spray it out here and let all that extra goodness go that way. I hold my brush and spray it towards me so that the misting spray ends up on my chest, and I'm getting the bergamot and copaiba and geranium and cedarwood and black spruce and rose and sage and all that goodness right here. Don't waste it. Okay, then this is the one I was confused where to put it. Ditch and switch. Does it go in oils? Does it go in nutritionals? This is the first time I've ordered this, friends. One, because I didn't realize it was as affordable as it is. This is a bag of frankincense resin. And now if you have ordered frankincense before, a really good frankincense, you know frankincense, it's not like crazy expensive, but it's not crazy cheap either. Frankincense resin though, this bag is $17 with the discount. It was like 17 something. Yes, please. So I'm trying to figure out if I can tell you how I'm going to use this based on the label. It says it's not for internal consumption. So I'm going to tell you what I will be doing that is not consuming. It's a topical oral use. Okay, there's two different ways, topical oral use. So I plan on taking some of this and soaking it in a jar of water to create essentially like frankincense water. And then I plan to use that to swish around in my mouth many times to support oral health. That was as compliant as possible, right? I'm trying. Look up frankincense resin and what you can do with frankincense resin. That's all. If you have a resin burner, you can put that on a resin burner as well. We don't currently have a resin burner. I actually would really like one eventually, but in our apartment, there's just not a good place to put one where it wouldn't get knocked over or hit. And nobody wants like a hot burner. You know, diffusers don't get hot, so it's fine. All right, then we have oils. Let me separate what was free from what we bought, because there were lots of free oils this month. Whoops. Okay. I'm trying to keep it secret so it's a surprise. I did order this, right? And then that's free. It gets confusing because I actually ordered a couple of the bottles of one that was free. So first up, I have longevity oil. I ordered a 15 milliliter of this. Longevity does come in a vitality version. Remember, same oil, different bottles. And with the vitality, what a lot of people like to do, me included, is put it in a capsule every night and take that. We actually have longevity capsules that are a product that Young Living carries. However, they've been out of stock for a very long time due to issues finding the gel cap for that. It's a special kind of capsule. And so a lot of people have been using longevity vitality in a capsule instead. So it's fantastic for that. This oil contains thyme and orange and clove and frankincense. It is wonderful. Gary actually formulated this for people who had cellular mutations and for them to use. Okay, that's longevity. And then we have a 15 milliliter bottle of peppermint. And peppermint, oh, this is fantastic. Actually, my husband has been loving having our peppermint when he's been feeling under the weather, under that wellness line the last couple days, really last day and a half. But peppermint tea we've been making with the peppermint vitality, and then he will apply a drop topically to his tongue and press it to the roof of his mouth, opens up the sinuses. It is fantastic for that. Of course, it's great in the diffuser. Peppermint's very cooling when applied topically. It is very soothing to achy muscles when applied topically, and it is, I'm missing things with peppermint. There's so much. It's fantastic to apply on the stomach after eating a really heavy meal. Peppermint vitality is very supportive to digestion and body temperature and so many things. So I should say cooling body temperatures. So like if it's really hot outside and you're feeling extra warm, put a drop on the back of your neck kind of thing. Whereas this other oil, that there are 2 bottles, technically 3 because 1 is free, of nutmeg. So I'll go ahead and put that here. So I got 3 bottles of nutmeg. Nutmeg vitality is fantastic for supporting adrenal health. You'll notice a recent video I did was on a stress recovery serum using lots of nutmeg in it as well. It is wonderful because of that for warming the body. And so I like to be sure I have a drop in my purse, and I find it to be very warming, whether I put a drop of the vitality under my tongue or I apply some topically over my lower back. Fantastic to have, nutmeg on hand. Plus it's October, November, it's great to diffuse this time of year. All of the oils, this is what's fun, the spices and herbs and stuff that we think of when we think of fall and winter and the holiday season. When you think Thanksgiving and coming into Christmas, you know, it's like that cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger, and all of those things are wonderful for the body this time of year as well. There's a reason we associate them with this season, and there's a reason our bodies kind of crave that this season. So think about that, especially if you're running around a lot and traveling and things. Having more nutmeg on hand during travel is helpful. And then clove being another one of those. So here's at the 190 PV this month. 100 PV is free shipping, any order, all the time. It's fantastic. And then that's also the level that gets you a discount. So if you're not yet a customer and you're looking to ordering 100 PV, you get free shipping and you get a discount. Easy peasy. But the at the 190, bumping the orders up to that, gets you cinnamon bark, clove, and nutmeg, a 5 milliliter of each. So I actually sent some resources recently to my customers on cinnamon bark this last week and all the different uses for that. These are beautiful in the diffuser, of course, at this time of year. You could take all of these, come in a vitality version, and you can take the vitality versions of those and use them in like a spiced cider, doing your own spiced cider, or adding to coffee grounds and that sort of thing. They also are wonderful. I had made a cinnamon rosemary foot soak with Epsom salts last year around Christmas. It's a great like DIY gift. You could do it just for yourself. All the things. Clove is also traditionally been used for numbing. So a lot of people, if you have dental work done, will put some clove on that area or along the jawline. It is a hotter oil. Both of these are, nutmeg's not, that cinnamon and clove are both hotter oils, so you may want to consider diluting them. If you put them on and they seem like they're suddenly red at the skin, what that is just the blood rushing to that area. Put on some carrier oil, that will calm it right down. It's totally fine. You didn't hurt anything. It might burn, you know, but think of like when you chop jalapenos and you rub your eyes after chopping a jalapeno, and all of a sudden your eyes are like, oh my gosh, give me something. Water won't work because oil and water separate. That will intensify it. But the using a fatty carrier oil like coconut oil or olive oil will help to dilute that and calm it right down, whether it's jalapeno oil that got in your eye or cinnamon bark or peppermint or anything like that. And then last but not least, that's free in here. Oh, I did order, shoot, I forgot to tell you. In addition to the frankincense resin, my order that's on its way, I was hoping it was gonna be here when I filmed this. It'll be here in a couple days. There is a 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense in there as well, because frank for all of the things, especially, I try right now as we're slowly building our back storage of, things, not our back storage, but our extra storage, so we don't just have one bottle of the oils that we turn to all the time, but we have more so that we have that living prepared mentality. Right now I haven't been diffusing frankincense very much because of that, and I keep it because I use it on my skin every day, and I put a couple drops on my tongue every day, and so I kind of save it. I put it in my DIY serum, but I don't diffuse it, even though I love to diffuse it. However, come November, December, I will diffuse it more frequently. And as our store continues to build, then hopefully I'll be able to diffuse it even more. But yes, love me some frankincense. It's very calming, very grounding, so fantastic for the skin. It is, one of the gifts that was brought to Jesus was frankincense, likely frankincense resin, but the oil comes from the resin. So there's so many great uses for frankincense. I cannot tell you some of the ones that I would love to tell you. Do a little research on PubMed with frankincense. That's what I want to tell you. Go to a site like PubMed.gov or Google Scholar, even though I'm not a Google fan. Google Scholar, go to those sites and look up things like frankincense and just allow your mind to be blown. Okay, the last oil that we got free at $2.50 is patchouli. And I'm really excited about this because I used to use patchouli on my face every day along with frankincense. And I had actually never bought a bottle because it was free almost every February for a couple years, and usually a 15 milliliter bottle and then occasionally a 5 milliliter bottle. And so I was able to, I just used 1 drop a day on my face, and I used it daily for like 3 years and never bought a bottle. Then I ran out earlier this year and I kept forgetting to replace it. So I have a free bottle again. This will be going on my skin. It's also fantastic to put in the diffuser as well. Patchouli is funny because it's one of those oils that people know the smell of, especially if they were around in like the 60s, 70s. I cannot tell you how many people have stopped me when I am out and about and asked me if I'm wearing patchouli. Frequently, I'm like, I put patchouli on this morning, but it's now 7 o'clock in the evening, and I've worn about 30 other oils. I don't think it's patchouli you're selling. But sometimes, depending on who I'm talking to, I just say, yes, I did use patchouli on my skin this morning, because it makes them smile that they recognize the fragrance, or that they recognize the aroma. It makes them smile that they recognize the aroma. So we just leave it there. Patchouli is wonderful for emotional support, and it's fantastic for the skin. A lot of people like to put it on their dryer balls, mix it in diffuser blends, all different things. I would love to hear some of your favorite uses, compliantly, of course, as you share them down in the comments below. Let me know how you use some of these freebies, and thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, take care, friends. Cheers.